I'm SIOR President David Zimmer of Zimmer Real Estate Services in Kansas City, Missouri. It's always an honor and privilege to address my SIOR colleagues. Since the first of the year, as I have traveled to many of our chapters and visited with many of our members across the country, there seems to be a heightened sense of optimism surrounding our industry. People are cautiously optimistic that the worst of the recession is behind us, and business owners and managers are encouraged about the future. Institutional investors from Europe and Asia believe that the multifamily wave has run its course and that now is the time to buy office and industrial properties in the United States. SIOR recently participated in the NAI Global and Jones Lang LaSalle conventions. Both events were well attended, and the enthusiasm, energy level, and interest in SIOR was extremely high. We congratulate and thank both organizations on the success of their meetings and for treating us so warmly. We are feeling the positive impact and increased business activity at SIOR headquarters as well. Registration for the 2011 Scottsdale Spring World Conference is already ahead of pace, and we expect the meeting to be our largest Spring World Conference in 5 years. I would encourage all who plan on attending to get your registrations completed to take full advantage of the early bird discount, as well as to secure the most favorable airline pricing, in addition to a solid lineup of timely educational sessions and the industry's best networking events. We have great events for spouses, guests, and kids. So bring your families and consider extending your stay by a day or two at the beginning or end of the conference. The early bird deadline is March 16. Register by then and save $100. In other areas, membership renewals and new member applications are solidly ahead of pace as compared to the last several years. In addition, cooperative transaction submittals have also increased. It is important that you continue to submit your cooperative deals so fellow members can see the business you are doing and see the amount of activity across the country. On the international front, SIOR continues to expand. In 2010, we added 13 new members across the globe. In January, Executive Vice President Richard Hollander and I attended the SIOR European Regional Council Luncheon in London. The event attracted 43 participants, 7 of whom submitted applications for membership. In addition, we had meetings with a number of real estate executives in London, many of whom expressed continued optimism about the increased levels of activity, not only in the United Kingdom, but throughout much of Europe. I'd like to recount one brief conversation with the head of a property fund in London. He asked us if we knew why we were successful with our recruitment efforts in Europe. He went on to say that the reasons were: 1, we did what we said we were going to do; 2, we came back on a regular basis; and 3, we followed through. Richard and I will be attending the MIPIM conference and have scheduled a number of meetings with real estate executives from across Europe to tell the SIOR story and continue to build on our past successes. It is very important that we continue to support the European Regional Council by attending their meetings when possible and maintaining a presence in front of that chapter. As the world continues to get smaller, it is imperative that the SIOR value proposition is realized in all corners of the globe. Let me give you a recent example of the power of our organization and why this is so important. Frank Hurd is an industrial and office designee from OR&L Commercial in Branford, Connecticut. In January, Frank had a sales presentation with a US-based biotech company that has multiple overseas operations and needed help with their real estate needs. Frank reached out to SIOR headquarters and was provided with a PowerPoint presentation template that illustrated SIOR's international reach and capabilities. Frank incorporated this information into his sales presentation and won the business. Now, certainly, Frank's industry experience, skill, and expertise, all things that separate SIORs from their competition, served as the primary reason for winning the assignment. But we cannot underestimate the value and importance the client placed on Frank's ability to leverage and connect with similarly skilled practitioners in the overseas markets that interested them. We are now more than ever a global economy, and SIOR needs to be positioned to help our members serve their clients anywhere in the world. That's the philosophy on which SIOR was founded, and that's what we will continue to provide to you, our members, regardless of geographical borders. By now, you've had a chance to read the most recent copy of Professional Report magazine, but the real question is, how did you access the information? Professional Report is now available in digital format as well as print. You can access the digital version on the SIOR homepage. Also, there are free iPhone and iPad apps available, and apps for other smart devices are being developed. We want to hear from you. Tell us how we are doing. Please contact me at any time by phone or email. On behalf of the entire SIOR leadership team and staff, I want to thank you for your continued membership and participation in this wonderful organization. The theme for both SIOR World Conferences this year is Coming Out on Top. As we make our way through the first quarter of the year, we are well on our way toward making that theme a reality. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you in Scottsdale in May.